Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Good.
Okay, first thing first. I want to do a quick attendance check. ELISSA,
Here.
FREDELINA, Sabrina. Okay, good job everyone. We have a full attendance today. Okay, if we look at the slide, what do you guys think the topic that we will be learning today?
Indonesian culture.
Culture.
That's right. It is. We will be learning about Indonesian culture. Okay. Today we will be specifically learn about Indonesians. Okay, we have three activity. Okay, the first one is brainstorming. The second one is the cultural discussions, and the third one is the feedback. Okay. Today I want to talk about the objective for these lessons. Okay, by the end of these lessons, we will be learning about Indonesian culture. By the end of the lessons today, students can improve their ability to comprehend and respond effectively in spoken language. And the second one, this lesson can provide students with opportunity to practice active listening and develop effective communications strategy. By the end of this lesson, students are able to share one or all of the things that they have learned in the discussions cultural activity. Now I will be explaining about the activity. First is the brainstorming. Here, the student will do a brainstorming together with the teacher about our lesson topic, which is culture settings. Students free to ask the teacher about anything they want to know. The second one is cultural discussions. Here, the student will be divided into 3 to 4 members in the group to do a cultural discussions. The student will be discussing about the cultural setting, where they will be talking about the custom, traditional food, and traditional clothes. The third activity is feedback. Students will do a feedback about what have they learned in the group strategies. The cultural discussions. Activity. The group member, the teacher will choose one of the group member to give the feedback. For example, the students can add more information or do some comment on what have the other member talk about. Okay, now I think that's all from me. Now I'll be passed to the next presenter. Thank you.
So, hello everyone. I hope you're doing fine today. So, now I'm going to talk about the cultural sensitivity. So, as you know, in the 21st century, the students are required to equip themselves with the knowledge and skills that will be needed for any sort of learning environment, including language classrooms. And students are strongly encouraged to get to know others, embrace and appreciate other people's cultures, and also to cultivate cultural sensitivity and awareness in order to be prepared. So, in this lesson, we decided to use three different sorts of activities, which is the student feedback, the cultural discussion, and also the brainstorming session. So all these activities can help the students to learn about their target language cultures and also to contrast them with their own values. So it can also be seen that classroom discussions center around culture consideration. It can foster an environment that can inspire the students to reflect to their own culture and to be able to draw connections between cultures while receiving an English lesson. That's all from my part. I will pass to Fredelina.
So the activities that we will do will encourage students to appropriate language structure and style in different situations by first enabling students to explore the connection between language and culture. This is done by offering the platform for the students. So the connections between language is they are both intertwined as they affect each other and they have a kind of deep and symbolic relationship. Over time, when students keep engaging with variety point of view of culture, they will become proficient in understanding the nuances of language usage in various cultural contexts. And then the second one is these activities will help students to enhance language learning experiences as they have a humanizing and motivating effect on language learner. Moreover, teacher can use cultural discussion to develop engaging courses that promote linguistic diversity and encourage students to participate in language appropriation. And then the last one, these activities also help to promote critical thinking and analysis skills by exposing students to an array of viewpoints, belief, custom, and vow from certain cultures. This surely will then allow students to dissect and comprehend the complexities of languages. As a result, students will gain more profound understanding of language, of how language works, and allowing them to appropriately appropriate its structures and styles. I think that is all from me.
Hello, everyone. Good day. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
We are good.
Good. Great. So, today we will be doing a brainstorming session where you will be sitting in groups of 5 and you will be discussing about your culture, which is Indonesian culture. And now, what aspects that you have to discuss, you may ask? Okay, there are 3 aspects that you can discuss about your own culture, which are the custom, traditional food, and traditional clothes. So now we will be starting our discussion regarding your Indonesian culture. So who would like to start first?
Me, can I start first?
Yes, you may, Sabrina.
Okay, so hello everyone. I'm going to talk a bit about custom, Indonesian custom. So basically what I'm going to talk about is focusing on the body language, which one of the Indonesian custom is first one, the left hand is seen as being unclean, meaning uh, we as the Indonesian people, we should avoid using it when we eat or to serve food, or to give or accept gifts, to handle money, or even to hand over a business card. Because Indonesian people consider the left hand is like unclean or inappropriate. And not only that, Indonesian people are also often taught from a young age to not get angry over little things and also to avoid public disagreements. And Indonesian culture is really, they really emphasize their body language in most of the situation because body language and the certain behaviors could be seen as representing anger, for example, like I mentioned before. So you may need to make a conscious efforts, at least at first, to keep yourself in check. And not only that, they're also prolonging eye contact. For example, we could be misconstrued as being a challenge or a form of aggression when we make a very long eye contact with people. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Sabrina. So it's quite interesting, and I find that the first custom that you mentioned about avoiding left hand in daily basis is quite similar with Malaysia and Brunei countries, right? Okay. So next, who would like to talk about it?
Can I share about our traditional foods?
Yes, Fredelina.
So, as you all may know, Indonesian have various type of traditional food, but I'm only going to share three of them. So, the first one is my favorite, which is gado-gado. So, gado-gado is originated from Betawi, a city in London. Gado-gado is basically vegetable salad and served with peanut sauce, and you can find it easily in Indonesian restaurant. And apart from that, gado-gado is also consisted of tempeh, rice cake, and also crackers. So the second food is rendang. Rendang is originated from the city of Padang, and it is made from beef with variety of spices, seasoning, and also coconut milk. And it usually served during Hari Raya in Indonesia. And then the last one is asinan Betawi, or we call it Betawi pickles in English. So as you can see from the names, this food is also originated from Betawi city. So it consists of raw vegetables and then topped with noodle crackers and peanut as a complement. So when you eat asinan Betawi, you can taste the flavor of sourness, spiciness, and also saltiness. And that's why I love to eat asinan Betawi, because I can taste um, many different flavors from just one food. I think that is all for my sharing today.
Thank you, Fredelina. It's interesting. And the second food that you mentioned about rendang, I really love rendang. Okay, so moving on to next aspect, which is traditional clothes. Andriana?
Okay, teacher. Actually, Indonesia is a diverse country with various ethnic groups, and each of them have their own unique traditional clothing. Okay, I will talk about some of example for Indonesian traditional clothes from different regions. First is the batik. Batik. This is from Java, mostly wear in Java people. Batik is a traditional clothes that is wax resist dye, and the pattern and the motif on batiks often represent the cultural symbol and meanings. The colors and design can be variety, but batik is widely worn in Java and other parts of Indonesia. The second one is sarung. Sarung is nationwide. All parts of Indonesia wear it. Sarung is a piece of fabric wrapped around the waist and worn both men and women across Indonesia. It is often worn as a casual or everyday clothing, and the patterns can also be variety widely. The third one is songket. Songket is from Sumatra. Songket is traditionally woven fabric that is intricately patterned with gold and silver threads. It is commonly worn during traditional ceremonies and special occasions, especially in Sumatra. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Andriana. Okay, so that was all the aspects of Indonesian culture. So before I end our class, I would like to ask a person to give feedback about our lesson today. So, Fredelina, was it fun to
Yes,
learn and know more about your Indonesian culture?
yes, it is very interesting and so much fun to learn more details about my own culture, Indonesian culture.
Good. Okay. What did you get from today's lesson topic?
So today I get to learn more about Indonesian culture, especially in terms of our customs and also clothes and food.
Okay, so thank you, class. So that's it for our lesson today. See you in next class. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, teacher.
Thank you.
Now let's end the class with reflecting on what we have learned today. Looking back to the objective of this lesson should be help students to improve their ability to comprehend and respond effectively in spoken language, not only in the classroom but also it should help them to gain confidence to communicate in the target language in the public. It is clear that students can improve themselves in these lessons where they can engage and take part in the discussions. The activity also helps students to gain their confidence in engaging actively in conversations and in the discussions. On the top of that, it can be stated that every activity that has been conducted can make sure students will gain something important for them to use in their real life situations. Okay, class, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.